Hello everyone, thank you for joining me once again in Motortown Behind the Wheel. Today, I'm I'm calling it in. Motortown, I got some ideas for you. Some of them are fixes, some of them are additions. So, without further ado, let's go with my number one pick for them to add to this game, and that would be the Jamuzi Wrecker. Yes, I'm asking for a Jamuzi Wrecker. I want a vehicle that has six-wheel drive, is going to be able to go everywhere, and be able to do recoveries. I want it all. You may say, but the Brutus is nowhere near as good as the Jamuzi when it comes to going in the sand. The Jamuzi is lighter, and it would just be a lot easier with six wheels than it would be with that Brutus. Now, how would they go about doing it? I had two ideas. Two ideas. So I'm not just asking for stuff. I'm bringing some ideas so maybe they can brainstorm it. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking a Holmes 850. You put that on the back of this thing, and my goodness, I probably might use it as much as my rotator, if not more. A Holmes 850. It has two arms on it. It has two winches. These arms can swing out, so you can pull off the side. And with pulling off the side, it also has its own stabilizing legs that come off the side. So that way there you got maximum stability while pulling heavy with that thing. It also has stabilizers on the back, so you can pull right off the back with that thing. I'm telling you, it would be an amazing addition. Plus, you can hook vehicles to the back, put them on the sling, and giddy up. Now, that would be quite an undertaking because they would have to make the entire thing and then put it on a truck. So I was like, but let me give an alternative, which would be much easier to do. And I thought the DTU, it's a detachable tow unit. Oh, yeah. So the reason why I think this would be much easier is because it attaches to the fifth wheel plate. The advantage of that would be because it sits like a trailer. It would be literally just backing your regular Jamuzi semi right under it, attaching it, and it'll sit right on top of it. So now you got yourself the tow unit just right on the back of your semi, so you can hook to vehicles, pull them out, or you can use the winch and pull them out. So now instead of just being stuck with just the front winch, which I have done recovery in the sand using just that front winch, and it was dreadful because you either have to drive backwards or you got to get used to it pulling down on the front of your tires and popping your tires. Yeah. You got to bring repair kits with you because the only tires good enough to really get out there are the off-road tires, and those are not made for trucks. They're not. They only have 700 kilograms. That's not enough for a truck. Y'all seen what these trucks' tires are. Sheesh, 8,000, 12,000. Like, man, 700? The weight of the engine wears out those tires on its own. Can you imagine pulling stuff and it's pulling down on those tires even more? You go out there, you gotta have tire repair kits. And I went through them. But the truck itself drove alright. It is definitely faster than every other vehicle I tried going out there in before. So that is definitely one thing I would love to see added to Motortown. Number two on my list of things I would love to see Motortown add in. As you can see, we have various pickup trucks here. I would love to see a fifth wheel hitch or a gooseneck hitch put in the back of a pickup truck. Even if they design a new pickup truck, but can you imagine how awesome that would be for them to make a gooseneck trailer and a gooseneck hitch for your truck instead of using the ball hitch, which we all know the trailers they have in here, they're very tiny. They're good for literally the first 4 or 5, and then it's like, okay, now I don't have any use for those. But if you had, with the smaller vehicles, it's like you don't use them as much, except for when you're doing stuff that involves racing or just booking it somewhere. But if you wanted to get longer use, better use out of these things, so that people constantly keep coming back to them and using them, I would definitely go with a gooseneck trailer. And they got various types of gooseneck trailers, which is the best part. So it's not like you just make one trailer and then it's just for putting vehicles on or putting groceries on. They've got ones for liquid hauling. They got ones for that dump. So it's like there's so many different types of gooseneck trailers out there that could really add to this game. It would make so these pickup trucks get more use out of them, which I don't know about y'all. Every once in a while, I like driving a smaller vehicle just to change things up. Know what I mean? Especially if I want to go out to the forbidden area, this area. I would love to take a souped up pickup truck out there with a nice little gooseneck trailer and go through there, grab a dump and put it on there, or maybe just go out there and grab some cool stuff or drop some stuff off. You know what I mean? I would love that. Y'all know. We can ask, but it's all up to what they can design, what they can come up with. And they probably got plans already, but I would love to see. Can you just imagine? Just put it right in the back of the sucker right here. Back up, put your gooseneck on, go on out to the harbor, pick up 2, 3 trucks, put them on that trailer, then deliver them like that. I mean, think about it. Right now, where people are using the Lomax, which is a nice trailer. But if you want to do some good deliveries, you're basically going to have to use the carry and come from Dasa, where the vehicles continuously spawn, which they don't do at Jeju. So it's like, man, let me go get those, do my thing, and then I take all 6 out there. But I would not mind hopping in a pickup truck, putting 2, 3 vehicles on a trailer, and then just drive, man. Just drive out there. Just low and slow. I would love that. I think other people would too. And for the next thing I would love to see added to Motortown would be trailers with sliding tandem axles. If you don't know what those are axles under your trailer that are attached to a track. So literally, you can move the positioning of the axles forward or backwards, which to me I think would be freaking awesome. I mean, they've already made it so you can slide the 5th wheel plate. So this is literally pretty much the exact same thing. They would probably have to remove, like all of this crap because this is just cosmetic anyway. So, and I wouldn't put a wheel under there. So you get rid of that part there, this part here. You can move the storage up to here, or you can even leave it at the back and just make it so that it can slide forward up to here. That would be freaking awesome. I mean, who would not want to be able to have better turning, better control, especially in the tighter areas? Because when your axles are all the way to the back and you're trying to make a tight turn, that daggone thing just pulls across and doesn't follow your line anywhere near as good as when you got them wheels all the way up to the front as far as you can. I mean, if you've seen truckers do it, you see exactly why it also helps balancing your loads. Trust, it would be an awesome addition. I would love to see it. Now let's talk about 2 fixes I would love to see. First off, I know many people that love using the rotator have this exact same complaint, and it is the sirens for the rotator. They're the only ones that turn off after a certain period of time. As with a vehicle that big, especially if you're doing a recovery that's going to take you some time, some things cutting off, they end up letting the AA traffic move much closer to you than you would like. The reason why you put the sirens on is because the AI knows stay a certain distance away from it. And they'll run over cones. Trust, I've used cones too, and sometimes they would just run over the cones or accidentally bump the cones, which will cause your cones to disappear if you don't pick them up in time. So it's like, I want the sirens to stay on until I turn them off, just like every other vehicle. Once I turn them off, they're off. When I turn them on, they should stay on. Please fix that. That's a simple thing I hope that you guys would be able to do. Just make our sirens stay on when we turn them on. We don't want to have to keep running back to the vehicle to turn them on. Last but not least. Whew. Alright, this is the last thing on my list for now. And it is one that I've definitely heard other people say, and I am in total agreement with it because it also drives me a little bonkers sometimes. And that is putting the winch controls on the control of the vehicle. What am I talking about? So, let me pull out a rotator real quick. So on the rotator, you open up the doors. Right here, with your controls, you can control your winches, you can control your boom, you can control your crane, you control everything just from here. So you can work a recovery without having to do anything but work this box. That's not the same for all the other vehicles except for the dory wrecker. The dory wrecker is the only other vehicle that you can control the winch from the vehicle. Now I get the controller is convenient and it's got its times to be used, but it's also more inconvenient than it is convenient. When you're over here trying to work and you're coming back and forth because, oh wait, I need to raise my boom a little bit. Okay, now I need to pull it in. Now I got to come back, raise my boom a little bit. Then I got to cop off it so I can pull in the winch. Then you got to move. It's a lot of unnecessary steps that we know actual tow trucks can completely be controlled by the panels on the vehicle. That's what it's made for. I mean, obviously, with as many different controls there are on the rotator, adding winch in and winch out for the other vehicles should be a cakewalk. So if they were able to do it with the dory, there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to do it with the other vehicles. Especially that Brutus. The Brutus. That thing's got you boom out, boom in, raise up, lower. It's got everything on there except the winch. It's like, man, if I want to work that thing so I can put it right where I need it to be, I don't want to have to keep popping off just so I can use the winch and then have to come back. Oh, let me use the winch. Oh, let me come over here. Let me use the winch. Let me come over here. It's like there are times when the controller is the most convenient thing, especially when you got to hop in it and you're moving a dead vehicle and you got to line it up and make sure it lines up perfectly with the back of your vehicle so you can hook it up and book it. I get it. It's definitely useful. But what it is not always practical. So, that is my list of things that I would love to see Motortown add and or fix and or just make happen for us. Now, given the Jamuzi Wrecker, I've heard nobody else say it except me. So that's a little selfish one of mine. But I appreciate y'all letting me prattle on and talk your ears off for a bit. And hopefully Motortown, wink wink, takes a look and says, you know what? Those are some good ideas. But thanks, appreciate y'all.
That's it for this one, folks. Thank you all for watching. If you would hit that like, and if you'd like to know the next time I drop a video, consider subscribing and turning on your notifications. Until next time, have a good day, have a good week, have a good month, have a good year, live a good life. And let's remember to be better people today than we were yesterday. Bye!